The Tennessee boy who shared his emotional story about bullying on social media is speaking out. Millions of people watched his video. They offered their support. But Keaton Jones's family is also facing some backlash, specifically Keaton's mom, Kimberly, who posted some controversial photos online. Arthi Pohl is working on the story. What more are you hearing from the family, Arthi?
Well, you know, this was that heartbreaking story that we were talking about yesterday, in fact, of Keaton Jones, the sixth grader who texted his mother over lunch break saying that he needed to be picked up. He wasn't sure what to do because the bullying that he had endured had reached such a point that it was a breaking point, really, for him. And there was this tearful, emotional video that, as you mentioned, was viewed millions of times and shared millions of times. Overwhelming support came out for Keaton and for his mother as well. We saw that there were messages from all sorts of sports stars and celebrities, actors, actresses. Justin Bieber was one of the people who had reached out to show support for Keaton. But we know that there was also a lot of questions that arose as people were digging sort of deeper into this, because there were some photographs that were posted on social media accounts for Keaton's mother, Kimberly, and they showed her with the Confederate flag. Now, this is a very controversial symbol in the United States. For some, it symbolizes patriotism, but it has also been removed from certain other government buildings and homes because it symbolizes slavery to others. And there are some photographs that surfaced of her with the Confederate flag, and that raised some controversy. And we know that Kimberly Jones' mother actually spoke with CBS News about this. Here's what she had to say.
The only two photos on my entire planet that I'm anywhere near a Confederate flag. It was ironic. It was funny.
It didn't have anything to do with
no
racist intent.
No, absolutely not. I've said I spent most of my life being bullied and judged because I wasn't racist.
And there was also some posts that were referring to the Take the Knee controversy or protests that are in the United States as well with NFL players. And she was taking a stance on that controversial topic as well. Now, as for Keaton himself, the sixth grader, well, he says that he was hopeful that this viral post and him speaking out could be able to change the world. Take a listen to him.
I had enough of it. They had said that someone was going to beat me up in lunch, so I texted my mom. And I said, what do I do here?
Whose idea was it to make the video?
That was my idea.
Did the video make you feel better?
Made me feel like I had accomplished something real, something that could actually change the world.
So again, it's heartbreaking to hear how he was hoping that this might change, but there is this backlash now because of the controversial images that have surfaced from the social media posts and questions about the motivation as well. There was a fundraising, a GoFundMe page that was set up that collected nearly $60,000, Suhanna.
And what's the controversy with that online fundraiser? Because there is a story there as well.
Yeah, you're right on that. So there was a GoFundMe page, as we were talking about, that was started, and I think it was up to $56,000. And you see there that message that they've actually frozen this account because of how controversial it's become and all of the questions that have arisen since. There were some fake accounts, for example, on social media that had been set up. So there's actually a quote that we have for you from the person who started that account. Joseph Lamb set up that GoFundMe page for Keaton, and he says, "This is not about the mom. However, passing judgment on her before you know her is a form of bullying. Condemnation before evaluation is the ultimate form of ignorance. I can't even say for sure that any of what's being said is true. I don't know the family personally and never claim to have known them." So there were some accusations there that this was done sort of with selfish motivations, and so there's a lot of sort of backlash to that as well.